It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're finally heading into the fall of 1997, September 5th, 1997 to be exact. Heading into Oscar season, we've got some films that will be coming out that'll be notable big players from the Academy Awards of 1997. This one's certainly not one of them, and neither is the other one, but we only have two movies to look at today, so I just did all that build-up for absolutely nothing. So, really, do you really expect an Academy Award winning anything from a Steven Seagal movie? I don't think so. Here's Fire Down Below. I mean, honestly, this is the same movie as On Deadly Ground. I mean, it's literally the same movie, except Steven Seagal isn't working for the bad guys, and instead of it being oil rigs as the main threat here, it's the fire department, the EP. Is because, it's just like, you've seen this movie over and over and over again, not just from Steven Seagal, but other movies of this type, and you gotta have an environmental message in it, because Steven Seagal has to try to do that to try to save what dignity is left in his career. And, this film just crashed and burned big time on so many levels. It wasn't a hit at the box office, for obvious reasons. It came and went. Seagal's name was pretty much not relevant anymore. Like, this is the beginning of his downward stretch until he eventually heads into direct-to-video territory. We gotta make him the leading hero in this, and we gotta give him the big environmental message in here. The environmental message that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. We gotta give him a female lead to go along with her, Marg Helgenberger, pre-CSI. Hey, there's Harry D. Stanton. Here's Stephen Lang. Chris Christopherson is the bad guy in this movie. Hey, here's Randy Travis. Here's Travis Tritt. Here's the Lynn sisters. Here's Kane Hodder. Like, let's get all these people together that really serve no purpose to the story here, because we got to appeal to middle America, because we got to have all these country music performers in here. Like, it's just a mess of a film, man. Like, do you really need to see this movie to know what the message of the film is going to be? Like, really, there's no real reason to see this movie, and I didn't even want to see this movie, honestly, but it was back when I was trying to see as many movies as I can, and I put this on thinking maybe it was going to be something, and definitely wasn't. The only thing it was is one of the most boring movies I've ever seen, and like I said, it's basically just On Deadly Ground, except take the oil out and put fire in as the main threat of it. It's just like, there's just nothing here. There's nothing that interesting. There's nothing that engaging. There's just nothing there. It's just like, it's a boring movie. It's one of the most boring action movies you'll ever see. And there's been a lot of boring action movies out there, but this is one of the most boring ones ever. Nothing of interest happens in this movie, and you're only really watching this movie if you're still part of that slim fan club at this point of Steven Seagal's, which, like I said, had gone away, had pretty much been dying down by this point. Like, we're in the low point of his career as a leading actor. Like, this is just a couple years away from his direct-to-video era beginning, and he did not make one single movie from this point on that was even remotely memorable by any means necessary. And what more do I gotta say, man? Fire Down Below is a terrible, terrible movie. So. And this is going to be a very quick one, because I did not see the next movie here, but I'm already going to assume it's a lot better than Fire Down Below is. It's Latin Boys Go to Hell. Yeah, it's probably not a good sign if Wikipedia barely has a page. It doesn't even have a page for it, and you have to go to one of the stars of the movie's name on there in order to find out anything about this film. But as you can tell, this is a gay-centered film. You have 5 young Latinos with extreme passions interacting and eventually exploding in this New York City story of self-discovery, friction, and resentment. One of the characters is named Justin. His incredibly handsome cousin Angel comes to stay with Justin and his mother, and he's overcome with attraction, but there's one problem. Angel is straight and fascinated with Andrea. While Andrea is contemplating Angel, her best friend Braulio, Braulio, I think I'm pronouncing that right, but if not, I apologize. Her and her boyfriend and his boyfriend Carlos are having their own relationship problems, and one of these relationships crashes violently, affecting everyone else in a profound way. And like I said, I really don't know anything about this movie in particular. I've never even heard of it. Only thing I know about it is that it has Guinevere Turner in the cast, and she was also in American Psycho, as well as The L Word, and was the writer for the notorious Betty Page. which are obviously notable films. But this movie in particular, I don't know too much about it. I don't know if it's any good or not. I don't really have a real interest in seeing it, but on IMDb, it's got like a 5 out of 10, which is not very promising whatsoever. So I don't even know if this movie's actually any good or not. So I doubt it. If there's nothing on the page if there's nothing on Wikipedia about it, like usually when you don't have anything on Wikipedia about it, usually your movie is not really all that memorable, unless something crazy happens where it should be on there, and then they just delete it for no reason. But I've seen nothing on here to say that otherwise. So like I said, I don't know if this movie's any good or not. Don't really know for certain if it is any good. Maybe it is. Maybe Wikipedia is completely wrong on this. But if they're not doing anything, if they don't have a page on there to really show what this movie's about, that's probably all I need to know about this movie's lasting legacy, honestly. So that's Latin Boys Go to Hell. So like I said, this week was nothing too special. That's going to wrap this week up. But next week we have at least 3 more movies to look at. And one of them is one that I have seen that is actually pretty good. It's David Fincher's follow-up to Seven, and that is The Game. We also have 2 other movies here, Different for Girls and Bandwagon. What am I saying? The movie is called Bandwagon. So 3 movies to look at next time around, and we'll delve into those on the next episode. So until then, thank you guys for watching this, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode. And if you like what you see here, hit the like and subscribe button, and check out some of the other videos on there as well. With that said, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Until the next time I see you, take care.